many books did you read last year that helped to improve your life? Hi, this is Non-Monogamous Mark, and you see there in the background with me my cat Tiger, but I don't suppose you'll be saying too much. But today I want to talk to you about having the habits of a hero. Now this is part of my 12 habit series, where once a week I put out a video on the weekend and giving you a new habit, and that is a habit of a hero, challenging you to be your own hero. Now, last week I gave you a 30-day challenge to do something every day that takes a little courage to move your life forward in the direction that you want your life to go in, which will allow you to be your own hero. And so this week, one of the things that you can do is to take courage and start to be your own hero, and you can start that today by creating a reading habit. Now, I know we got lots of reasons, lots of excuses, and they're really good ones, they really are, as to why we can't have a daily reading habit. You know, I've had many of them myself over the years, and time is a huge one, we just don't have time. And yet, there's not a single one of us on the earth that has a minute more than 24 hours in a day. And so the most successful people out there, they don't use the time excuse. They take charge of their life, and they create their life intentionally, and they design, and they know that reading is an important part of their own personal growth and wealth and development, and so they take time every single day to read. Now, you may say that you don't read well, or you read slowly, or you have dyslexia, or any one of these things, which those you could say aren't excuses, they are reality. But are you going to really allow your reality to hold you back? You see, because that is things that I could say. I could say that I am not a good reader. I wasn't ever a good reader. I could say that I read too slow. I don't read fast. I could say that I just can't remember things well that I read. But because I started to read years ago, one of the things that I actually learned about myself is how smart I was. And I also learned from reading about the fact that, even though I read slow, I comprehend a lot more than what most people do from the reading. And that's because I don't process information like most people do, where they can remember just like that or tell you exactly what they read a moment ago. But instead, what takes place in my head is that the things that I read then end up kind of spinning around in my brain. And from that, I grab little pieces of information, the valuable things here and there, and I end up creating and coming out with solutions that are true brilliant. And so, you can use an excuse like I have tried, that I just don't read well, or used to think that I'm just not smart enough or good enough to read and have a daily reading habit. And none of that's true. And so I hope that you will take and use this video message from me here today to get started being your own hero to yourself by reading something to improve your life. Read about 20 minutes or more every single day. That'll something that's going to improve your life and make it a habit. You see, most of the people that aren't financially successful and aren't successful in all kinds of different ways, they read for entertainment, if they read at all. They don't read for self-improvement and personal development. But yet 85% of the wealthy and successful people in the world will tell you that they read 2 or more books a month. And many of them try to read 1 a week, and some read 1 every day. And because as you read, you'll find your reading improves and your speed improves, and you can then get through and enjoy reading more than just 1 a month. So start today with that reading habit. There's a lot of research out there, there's tons of research available that talks to you about creating a reading habit and what it can do for you and all the benefits. Well, but today I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you my top reasons for creating a daily reading habit for myself. I call it my 15 reasons to develop a daily reading habit. And we're going to go through the 15, and some will be a little longer than the others, but we're going to count them on down. Number one is that it's a way to improve your financial wellness. You know, everyone who has ever studied the habits of the rich and successful found that having a habit of self-education by reading daily for improvement was the one thing that most all successful people had in common. They're reading self-improvement books, biographies, books about successful people and things like that to stimulate their mind and their thinking. And you can do the same thing. Have you ever been told or heard, you maybe have been told or heard it time and time again, is how you need a mentor. And yet 76% of the rich and successful people don't have a face-to-face mentor. And then what they do instead is that, yes, do they have mentors? Because mentors are those people in your life that help you to improve your life. Well, do they have mentors? Yes. And 76% of the rich and successful, they don't have face-to-face mentors because they cite that they get their education, their self-improvement, through reading books and through the school of hard knocks, making books and experience their mentor. Why can't you do that and start with that today? Number two, a daily reading habit is proven to be healthy for you. And that's one of the reasons that I read, because my health is important to me. Reading will reduce your stress and your anxiety. I had a stressful situation that happened yesterday on Saturday, very stressful. And I went to reading so that I could relax after that stressful situation came about. And so there's been a lot of research done, and studies have shown that reading is the most effective way to overcome stress. It's even better than listening to music or things like enjoying a cup of tea or coffee or going for a walk. Reading is proven to have been found to be the most effective way of reducing stress and anxiety. Reading will also help you to sleep better. And it'll reduce your depression. You know, depression saps your motivation and makes it hard for you to believe that change for the good is possible. Well, reading will reduce the depression and can make it possible for you to believe that change is possible. And you'll go from being a skeptic and a person that has a lot of cynicism into being someone that becomes a person that has a lot of belief and faith. Reason number three, reading smashes through your limitations, keeping your belief in yourself alive. You know, you start to believe that you can do more and you can be more and you can experience more. When you have a daily diet of inspiring words and self-education, then these things to spur you on to explore what you're capable of and where your limitations lie so that you can smash through them. And this is how you get stronger and better. You dare yourself to go where you haven't gone before so you can experience what you haven't had before. You know, you hear people all the time saying, well, I'm just not good at doing this or that. And they get stuck being in the same old place. Well, reading can help you get out of being stuck and help you to go where you haven't been before. So why not give reading a try for yourself? When you believe you can be more, you are pulled to do more and to feel more. Reason 4, reading stretches and exercises your mental muscle. And of course, many of you have heard me talk many times about how I'm all about stretching and exercising your mental muscle. And in fact, if it wasn't for reading, I probably wouldn't be non-monogamous. I'd still be back in my monogamous life, and very unhappily so. And my wife, she took and, you know, she at first resisted getting into the non-monogamous life when I first approached her about the subject. But then she started to read about the non-monogamous life and some books that were available, and that's what started to open her up and expand her horizons. And so not only talking about the non-monogamous life, though, the reading stretches and exercises your mental muscle, and it keeps your mind sharp, so you also keep your mind and your life expanding where you read books to develop and improve your life. It also, then, part of stretching and exercising your mental muscle is that when you keep your mental muscle sharp, you stay younger as you age. Reason number 5, It's good for your children if you have children at home. See if they see you. If you have children at home, if they see you reading every day, so they see from you that you have a reading habit, they'll pick up a reading habit as well. And spending a little more time away from the computer and all that stuff that we spend time on today, you'll be showing them how important it is to spend a little bit of time in a good book. Even if it's an e-book, like I read mostly on my Kindle. Those are great sources of supplies for book. Fact is, I subscribe to Amazon's. This is not an advertisement for them, but I subscribe to a program where then I get basically all my library provided to me at no cost. I don't have to buy the books. But now the downside of that is that if I ever stop subscribing, my library disappears. But for the small fee I pay every month, that I find it well worth it, so that I got those books that keep coming into me, and it's many thousands, if not millions, of books that are available on Amazon on this program, where you can not have to buy the book, but you can just download it and on your Kindle. It's an ebook, and then you can read it, and as long as you keep subscribing, you keep it on your Kindle. Now, reason number 6 is that reading will stimulate your mind. You will have stronger analytical skills and cognitive skills through reading. And these skills are skills where you notice things more readily and you analyze details more readily. And that kind of a thinking process is how successful people are able to observe and look at details and information and solve problems and become the successes they are. And so that comes from stimulating the mind from reading. Number 7, it expands your knowledge. Now, you can actually, be much smarter. You can improve your IQ immensely, by a lot, just by reading. It also, number 8, it goes right along with that, and it expands your memory. As you read, you start to exercise that mental muscle, and you'll start to improve your memory. And as you get older, instead of maybe having Alzheimer's or forgetting about things, people say that as they get older, they get forgetful. I don't buy into that. I don't buy into a lot of those things that people believe as they get older. And so you don't have to buy into them either. And my reason number 8 is that reading and having a reading habit will improve your memory. Reason number 9, it improves your focus and concentration. With the computer and multitasking in our fast-paced world and it's increasingly making it more and more difficult to maintain one's focus and concentration on anything these days. More and more people are exhibiting behavior traits of being ADD without really being ADD, increasing their stress and lowering their productivity. Now for me, I do have ADD. And being that I have ADD, that's something that reading helps to calm my mind. It helps to give me better clarity and better focus and better concentration. And you can have those improvements in your own life if you're ADD or not. But certainly in our world today, more and more people are showing the behaviors of ADD without actually being ADD. And so that's just where the behavior symptoms are that they have a hard time focusing and concentrating for very long lengths of time, because they're always in 5 minutes. You're doing so many different things already in your life. Well, by spending 20 minutes a day in reading, you will increase your focus and your ability to concentrate. Number 10, you improve your written and verbal communication ability. Now, that goes into a whole lot of stuff, and I don't have enough time on this video to go into all of that. But increasing your written and verbal communication ability, that's going to be good for your relationships, that's going to be good for your work, that's going to be good for your friendships, that's going to be good for every area of your life. And so reading will help you to do that. Number 11 is that you interpret yourself and the world more positively. When you read an inspiring book every day and you flood your brain with positive words and uplifting concepts, then you yourself become a more positive person. And making time for this raises your energy level and your positivity, so you can't help but to feel better as you go throughout every single day. Reading will do that for you. Reason number 12 is that you're inspired to make better choices and take positive actions more often. You see, a lot of personal development books come with exercises and prompts that get you to thinking about the choices that you make and why you make them. An honest evaluation of your life as it is frees you to make the changes you need to make while still feeling good about yourself. So when you're aware of the thinking behind your actions, you can erase your negative thoughts and your old tapes, and you can replace them with words of love and possibility and power, and even words of magic will come to you. And so this makes you super aware of what you choose to fill your day with. You can choose to fill your day with stuff that's wasting your time, but as you start to read and think more positively about the possibilities in your life, you start becoming more careful about how you use that time. And so you do a lot more of what's working and a lot less of what's not working for your life. Reason number 13 is that you don't improve, really. You know, it's called self-improvement, but you don't really improve, you expand. You see, the whole point of personal development is to expand more of what you've got, not improve what you think is lacking, or not improve or work on the things that aren't good in your life. You want to focus on the things that are good and bring out the best and not worry about the things that you aren't good about. And so you'll expand your life instead of improve your life. All of the positive thinking and the decision making and better choices that you'll be making make you hungry for growth and excellence. And you'll find yourself mapping out a vision for your life and creating that intentional life where you design the life of your dreams. And then you'll provide the action plan to that gets you to where you want to go. That all comes from reading. Number 14, reading keeps your dreams alive. You know, I know what it's like to have your dreams killed and just going through life and being excited every day about life, but just without any dreams, just living in mediocrity and feeling like that's just fine. Well, and then I started to dream again. And so reading can keep your dreams alive. Reason number 15 is that reading daily for personal development, self-improvement, and self-education is how you be your best self. Reading helps you to think differently. The highest performers in life are those who are at the top of their game read self-improvement books. And at Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association, I like to say that it's not who you are, or where you are going, but rather it's who you become along the way that counts. Begin your reading habit today and be consistently on a journey to being the best you can be. Starting is really simple, and it only takes a commitment. Just make that commitment in your mind right now to begin, and then you follow it up by picking up a book. What are some other benefits that you mind from a habit of reading personal development books in your own life? And what are your favorite books to read? Well, go ahead and share those in the comments below. And then once you've done that, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. I am the Executive Director of the nonprofit Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association, where we provide tools, support, and opportunities for you to be your best self, being your own hero by living a liberated life of abundance and freedom. And click on the link down below in the description box, and that'll get you on my email list, where you can go ahead and subscribe to my email list, and you'll be able to take and continue being challenged by me, Non-Monogamous Mark, in living and creating the best you and be your best self possible. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and have a really great day.